Hello and welcome back. I am here kind of mentally. The weather has been raining for like 3 days, so it's been gloomy for like 3 days, which is making me super sleepy no matter how much sleep I get. It's like my body is just like, nope, let's just go back to bed. I'm doing my beginning sorting. Ooh, I just saw one of you. There we go. Yeah, there's no more. So I figure if I sort a little bit each time, I might eventually get through the giant pile that needs to be sorted. Maybe. There it is. How are you today? How is work? I assume that's where you are. Did I have a circle even? Ah! Oh, I brought it up and then I didn't turn it on. Sorry about that. I brought it up and then I didn't turn it on, which feels like par for the course. But how are you today? I assume you're at work. If I'm wrong, I am sorry. Hopefully your day is going well. I'm sorry that last night was rough. I was saying that it's been raining for like on and off for like the last 3 days here, and my brain and my body are just like, it doesn't matter how much sleep I get. I'm just like, let's go back to bed. Well, I hope it gets better for you. Like, we've had really bad fog, and then when the fog clears up, it's okay for a little bit, and then it starts to rain again, and then the fog gets bad again, and we just kind of been going round and round in circles like that. I ordered a camera arm so that you could have more of like an over the top view. However, it's not going to be here till Saturday. So I talked to Kevin because it was his redeem. He did the like pick the next build redeem. And he said he was good either way, but I'm wondering maybe if you could give your perspective. If I should keep building the way it is and just kind of trying to turn it so people can see it in the camera, or if I should wait um, and work on it next week after the build arm comes in. That way, you guys will have more of like a down from the top view of as it goes. Oh, I give up on putting those in there. had some circles sorted, but I guess not. A Flygon. Yeah, so I ordered a camera arm so that you'll have like a seeing from the top down on the lighthouse, since you know a lot of it is kind of like internal. But it won't be here till Saturday. And I was wondering if you thought maybe I should just keep building and then you guys can see more when the thing comes, or if you think I should hold off till it's here and then everybody has like a better view. Welcome in, Crazy. Beedo, Beedo. Okay. I was just wondering because I was like, I feel bad that you guys can't always like see the best. So I ordered it, but because Kevin said he was good either way. But I was just curious about others' opinions on it, you know? Is that it? Is it? Oh, your sticker. The stalker bot. I'm gonna call that a card piece. I don't know if it is a card piece, but that's what I'm calling that piece. Some of these I've sorted, and now I'm like, did I put like the same thing in two bins? I did kind of put the same thing in two different bins. I think I'll put these in that one then. It's an eyeball. It's an extra group eyeball. I didn't add more to this bucket today, but that's all right. I'm seeming to still be finding stuff to sort, so. Oh, there it is. One day, maybe, I might finally have sorted everything. It's doubtful, but... Because I have a feeling as soon as everything's, like, sorted, I'm gonna be like, okay, but this bin in particular could be sorted better. And then I'll resort that bin. Welcome in, Devin. How are you? Slothhood. Okay. Let me get this piece apart. I was going through them earlier and trying to take pieces that seem to be stuck together apart. It kind of worked. It didn't really fully work, but my slothhood blanket is actually on my legs. Okay, that is about my 15 minutes of... Yes, let me get this, together and out of the way, and we will try that battle again. Oh, this is today's book. I had that up there, out of the way. Remotes are displaying as text for me, not sure about anybody else. I'm seeing them as emotes, not text, but I am not positive, like how other people are seeing it. So we go to battle. I don't know if I can, let me see if I can get it to show up. It does, but it's tiny. So I don't know if that helps you. Nope, that didn't work. Don't do that. Let's see if how's that look? Oh, that looks slightly better for now. Let's see. Private, and then I just typed in like I did the other day, Devin, and I'll copy paste it. Copy pasta. That is not what I meant to put in there. Sorry, give me a second. My everything is being a little extra silly right now. I don't know why. Okay. Okay, well, this is what I typed in for the password. It's being, like, really weird. Okay, it just says waiting for other player. see. Is it doing? It just keeps saying waiting for other player. I put in that password, Devin, so let me know if it starts working for you. Because it just keeps saying waiting for other player for me. Ah! I'll eventually figure out what I'm trying to do here. Devin wanted to try to do a Poke Battle in the Poke game. So we tried it yesterday, and we couldn't figure out why it wouldn't work. And then today, he said he thought it was because he didn't create a team. So he's created a team. So now we're trying to see if that works. But I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
You know Pink is coming, but you have nothing to fear. New Pampers Swaddlers with blowout barrier helps prevent up to 100% of leaks, even blowouts.
Oh, there it went. Okay. It did work. Okay, so I will try that. So you can battle people. This is kind of interesting. Let me bring up Twitch on my phone so I have can see the chat. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Maybe I'll put this as a redeem, where for like so many points we can attempt to have a Poke Battle. I don't know. But it's definitely interesting. Ooh, apparently Litwick wasn't very good. Much like the real Pokemon game, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Just selecting things. Nope. Says get your quick ball ready. Sorry, I'm quick. Trying to do the Pokecatch on the thing. Ooh, look at the health go. Oh, I died. It's a worm against a worm. Or is it a worm against a caterpillar? Rigged. I died. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose this. But that's okay. Yep, I lost. But that was kind of cute. Maybe I'll, like I said, maybe I'll put that as like a redeem that you can pokey battle. Okay, no extra pieces. It was a nice battle. That was cute. I never know what like on the cards it's a little bit easier, but on most of the like the Pokego and stuff I have no idea what I'm doing. It's just kind of there. Sorry, I'm trying to clean up my desk a little bit as I go. Okay, I do have an arm that's coming in the mail so that you'll see like from the top down, but it won't be here till Saturday. It says ads start in 1 minute. Sorry, there's like a piece of fuzz and I kept trying to get it and it was not working. So let's see. I was on bag 4. And I kind of rolled up the lights here so that I wouldn't accidentally like pinch them between two bricks. You know, kind of trying to. Okay, yeah. I mean, if you want to direct the raid, there's the redeem for that. So I do sometimes ask if anybody has any suggestions on where to go, but when I don't, that's what that redeem is for. You can pick. Okay. Okay, make sure I have this turned the way they do in the book. The Voltron. I keep seeing the Megatron or whatever it is. But and I think about it, I'm like, but okay, we're in ads right now.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've locked in low prices to help you save big store-wide. Look for the locked in low prices tags and enjoy extra savings throughout the store.
Yeah, did you see that? Crazy. It said newscast update. The chat's buzzing with excitement as Book Lovin' Builder constructs a beacon of bricks with their Lego lighthouse build. Shoutouts flew for the multi-talented Crazy Manituka and the Devonverse. Meanwhile, wild Pokemon run free, escaping capture attempts by our community gamers. Tech gremlins plague Crazy Manituka, turning emotes into hieroglyphics, and in a twist of fate, Kangaskhan eluded us all. Stay tuned for more Captain Craper. It knew that you can't see the emotes. Okay. Now they have us building something that's gonna eventually connect. Hi Laura. I'm reading your thing and talking to myself, apparently. Let's see what it says for Laura. Yep, that's a dad joke if I've ever heard one. Take this. And get this. It didn't do it for Laura Skywalker. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Maybe it's still taking a second. Because I know with the Frosty tools it takes a little bit longer. I spelled it right. Yeah. It takes a second to produce the little chat thingy, like the whole little story. So let's see if that. Look what it says. Oh, that's why it was. I was like, why isn't it? But that's cute that it still comes up with like a little story for you. Yeah. It was like, hold on a second, I'm gonna need to dig a little bit deeper to get some info on her. Is that the thing I'm thinking it is? I think so. I wasn't sure, and I'm still not really sure if that's the right piece. You can see that little like gold band there in the middle. I think maybe that's the piece they wanted me to put there, but I'm not positive. Yes, I will start it now. I was just waiting for a couple more people to come in before I started it. And let me just double check what kind of people it wants me to put out. Rogues and flag bearers. So I'll switch to Stream Raiders like this so you can see it. Go down. We'll do this one. I've been sleepy all morning. Like, can't. In case anybody has the thing to follow battle plans. That little peace sign, whatever, it allows you to still put whatever you want there, but it also counts as following the battle plans. So we'll get that set up. Okay, so I just keep having the urge to just go back to sleep because it's so gloomy. Ooh, almost dropped all the pieces. That would have been 5 million. Pick up. Okay. How does it... Okay, it still have it standing the right way. Let me move that out of the way. And make sure I have this correct. Okay. Okay. I think I got that in there right. It shows that. Nope. I think I got it in there right, but I don't think something's lining up the way it should. So let me double check. This, and 2 of those, and this, and 1 of those. Okay, then that, then that, and that, then that, then those 2 and into there, so yes. It says this little ball, essentially, of gear should sit right on the rotation thing. The, like, little... But it looks too far up. Well, let's see. Because in theory, it says when I press... Nope. It says when I press this that then this should move, but it's not. And I don't think I did it wrong. Picture-wise, it doesn't look like I did it wrong. So, let me turn it and see if I can figure out. Oh, there we go. It was shifting, and so then it wasn't going where it should. Ah, okay. It was right, but while I was like sticking it down into the crevice, it was like getting pushed away, so it wasn't sitting right where it should. Fixed now. So when I press that little lever I showed you guys last time, this will spin. I don't know if you guys can tell or not. Oh, a Sunflora, and I already like missed some of it. Where did you fall off from, little? Oh. Right there. It got bumped when I took out those cables. Okay. So it wants these four right here. To cover up that space now. We already have one extra person besides somebody, you know, in stream. One person besides who's in stream. I will learn to talk someday. That has added to the Stream Raiders. I just gave it a quick peek. Sunflora escaped. No one caught it, but it doesn't also look like anybody tried, so that's okay. It's not rigged this time. Yeah, Zooterloose. I don't know. I'm just saying Zooterloose. Whether that's correct or not, I don't know. Okay, I found it. Sorry, I was trying to figure out exactly where they wanted these bricks, because in this booklet, it doesn't seem like they do that. You know how they normally like highlight around the pieces they want you to add, so you can kind of see like just kind of a little bit of an outline? They don't seem to be doing that in this set, so it's a little frustrating sometimes trying to see where they want you to put the pieces. Maybe I got a wonky book or something. Thank you for the epic tank, Laura. I just added some more across the top there. Two white ones and two. Okay. This time they showed me a little bit. Like they pointed one brick out. As long as they stay in like the same area, it's not that hard to figure out. It's when they like jump to a different section that I'm like, okay, now I don't know where to put these. And it takes me a minute looking around. Okay, added some more things over there. Let me roll this back up and kind of just
Having health
tuck
insurance
it in there.
is important. So, if you or anyone in your family has Medicaid or CHIP, listen up. Check your mail for a renewal form from your state. Complete
So
the
how
form
has
and mail it back
everybody's
right
day
away
been?
so you don't lose
Good,
your
I
coverage.
hope.
If you do lose Medicaid or CHIP, visit healthcare.gov to see if you're eligible to enroll.
I
in
had a
low-cost,
sick
quality
minion.
healthcare.
Well, I don't
Keep
really
your family covered.
know how sick he
Paid for by
was,
the U.S.
but
Department of Health and Human
he
Services.
called. He'd gone to the school nurse twice and then came home. But it was a stomach ache, and he's got gastro issues sometimes, so. But it's still a gamble on how bad it truly is, because he just came home and took a nap. But he's off to school today, like nothing happened, so. Okay, that's how those. I'll figure it out eventually. Those couple pieces went together. And we're gonna go. Oh, we've turned it again. And it didn't have like the little turny symbol either, so I don't know. So I keep getting confused that I'm on the wrong section. I'm just starting my day. I just moved and now my new party's finding a job, so I'll go through job boards all day. Was it a move you wanted to make? Or was it kind of like a move you had to make? We moved this past summer. And I don't work outside the house. I just do the mommy stuff inside the house and carting the children all over the place. So, but hubby had a new job because he retired from the military. So then he had the whole job seeking thing last year. So, yeah, he did say he felt better this morning. He, though I got out of bed and he was like looking at me and I was like, you feel better? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, make sure you're ready for school. And he was like, I can't go to school, remember? I have to be free for 24 hours. And I was like, that's only if you were nauseous, a fever, or diarrhea. And you didn't have any of those things. So you can go to school and you are going to school. We have an anchor. I hope I put that together the way they wanted it. Okay. It's gonna clip right here. I wanted to move it, but I rushed it a little bit, so I got a bit stressed after the decision. I only moved locally and I wasn't working since I lost my job. I'm looking for something remotely in tech, ideally. Okay, well, I wish you all the luck. We moved like clear from the top of the country to the bottom of the country. We moved from about an hour and a half from the Canadian border in North Dakota to like the center of Arkansas. So we moved like 15 hours. We moved pretty far. Maybe sorry, I will show you guys in a minute, but I wasn't sure if I got like the spacing where the two parts kind of go into each other correctly. I'm guessing that's as good as it's gonna get. I'll put the anchor right there. I wasn't sure how far to push the anchor on that little peg though, with the leafy stuff on it. When we lived here in the same area like 12 years ago, we probably moved 1, 2, 3, 4. We moved 7 times locally in like the 2.5 to 3 years we had lived here 12 years ago. We moved like a bunch of times, all locally. And then we moved from there to Nebraska, which was about 9 hours. And then from Nebraska to Virginia, which was like 15 hours. And then from Virginia to North Dakota, which was like 18 hours. Like, we do the big moves, but we were military, so you go where they tell you to go. Yeah, he was stressed out about the interview process. Which, I mean, is understandable and just stressful thinking about. I worked for Instacart for a little bit while we were in Virginia. First as... Okay, I was like, that piece isn't there, it is. I just missed that it meant like the dip down. First as like what they consider full service, meaning you shop and deliver. And then I switched to just one of the people who only shops in store. And there wasn't really, like, I mean, there was an interview for, like, the in-store position, but it was more like you met with them and, like, they just kind of told you what it would be like, more than a true interview. At least, I guess, maybe that's just how I felt about it, because I technically already worked for them. I probably didn't have like a true interview experience, because they were like, oh, okay, you already do this job. You'll just be doing it slightly differently now. My grandma has one of those TVs that have the... You mean antennas? Not attendance, right? Or is it attendance and I don't know what I'm talking about? It could be either. Like the bunny ears on top of the TV? She got an old TV, but I suppose as long as it works, why bother buying a new one? I saw somebody in this video take one of those... I mean, it was a pretty old TV with like the bubble screen. And they took all the components out of it and made it into a fish tank. And that was pretty cool, like a way to like reuse something. Oh, I said it wasn't really like an interview. Other people might have had more of an interview experience, but when I switched from like full service Instacart to the in store Instacart, I mean, I had a little bit of an interview, but I don't think it was like a true form of an interview because they were just like, oh, you already technically do this job. You're just switching from like all over to in store. So I don't know if I had like a true interview experience as far as that's concerned, or if that's how other interviews kind of go. Because they were just like, oh, tell us a little bit about yourself. Oh, you already do this job? Okay, well, then we'll just tell you about how it works when you do it in store. So I don't know that I had like a true interview experience with them. No, I didn't even interview at USA Drug. Your mom just took me in, and then Ada was like, come work at my store. Your mom just brought me to work one day and was like, we're hiring her, Rick, deal with it. At least that's how it felt. Okay. Make sure that cord stays out of the way and isn't all. Crazy worked at PetSmart or some version of a pet store. When he was in high school, I think. Yeah, there's PetSmart. There's that other one that I always get confused with PetSmart. They're basically the same store, though. They sell all the same things. Oh, there it is. My first job was at an amusement park in one of the food huts. And then I worked at a PacSun and a shoe store for a little bit in high school. Petco. Yeah, Petco, PetSmart, they're really the same store, just with different names. I wouldn't be surprised if the parent company is the same company. Because they're all owned by somebody else. I wouldn't be surprised if in actuality they were owned by like the same major, big, huge behind the scenes company. I feel like even their colors are exactly the same. Okay, 158, 159. Okay. But yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like the store colors are the same, like they sell the exact same thing. So I wouldn't be like completely surprised if in like the deep background, they really are owned essentially by the same company. Hello, Kevin. How are you today? Come on. Oh, it is this one. I feel like as a teenager, I never kept a job very long because I was in a lot of like after school stuff, and my mom was like, "Well, what do you want to do? You want to have that job, or you want to be involved in this activity?" So it was always like, "Well, I want to keep doing the activity." So I would work for a little bit, and then I would. Mhm. Oh, over there. Okay. I think the tiredness is going around. I was blaming it on the weather here, but it appears everybody is tired. But then again, this weather also seems to be over a pretty large area, so. There's like a, I don't want to say local, because I think it is still technically a chain store, but I think it is still like a regional chain store, not like a national chain store. But there's a pet store near us, and they sell axolotls, and they're, yeah, like I was blaming it on the fact that it's been basically raining for 3 days here, and it's been gloomy and fog, and we've had like some crazy fog, like can't see like more than like 6 inches in front of your face type fog. And so I was blaming my tiredness on that, but it does appear that it is just everywhere. Like everybody's tired. So maybe it is just everywhere. But like I said, this weather seems to have like affected a large area, so I guess it could still technically be the weather. But like I was never this tired when we lived in North Dakota. Like though, but you didn't really get like gloomy per se there. It was still like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it got dark at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but it didn't get like gloomy, if that makes sense. Okay, 2, 1, 1, 1, 4. Okay. But yeah, this weather has just been crazy. Okay, 2 minutes. I'm gonna combine these because there's not enough left in each to bother having 2 separate ones anymore. Okay, stop there. That did not want to clip in. I guess we're slowly working our way around the top there. I won a trade and got a little bear named Care Bear. In my Poke-Go, I'm trying to connect. I don't know what it's called, but I call it a snot bear. It's a little blue bear, and it's got this big, huge snot thing hanging from its nose. So I call it a snot bear. And I have caught several, but they are only like 1 or 2 star, or more often than not, no stars. So I keep trading them and trying to get half an army. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. Okay. Let's see. We stopped here. It was that. And like this. And like that. Okay, let me finish putting these couple pieces, and then I will do the Stream Raiders. Listen. Go down. Yes, but it is like, I call it snot bear, because that's what it looks like. It looks like a snot bear. Bake time. Your phone is hungry. Your phone would like the treats. Okay. That is all the steps for that. So let's go to Stream Raiders. Let me zoom in a little bit and look around and decide where I want to put the curse. Right, you should eat more. Okay, let's see if we can capture. Ooh, we can do kind of. We'll do that. And then start battle. Oh, I forgot to check how many we had. Oh, 10 allies, and I don't know how. So I have a Terry's chocolate orange. The orange, you gotta smack on the thing. I already smacked it though, so. Sorry. So I ate a slice of chocolate orange for my Eat Sugar redeem. Open the chest. We'll do a random winner. Crazy got 25 gold. I like dipping my strawberries in Nutella. It's delicious. Let's see if we got any quest. Nope. Store. Don't forget to claim your free laurels. Scroll.
With the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card, earn
Apparently,
2% cash back
not
on
enough to buy it,
purchases you
but
want,
not enough to
like
use
dance
it.
lessons. And on what you need, like memory foam inserts. That's real life
ready. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash.
We'll do this one because I don't want to go up to 3 because I don't know if we have enough people to beat. So, not this again. Maybe if I wait till it says next phase. Let's see. Nope. Okay, I have to get out and get back in because it's just showing me the black screen and that doesn't help me place anything. Frozen ball. Do I have a frozen ball, Pokey? Catch. Frozen. I do not. Just Pokey Catch it is then. I have to buy more Pokeballs. Okay. Oh, there we go. This time it showed me it. I think it still wanted me to do robes, so... Okay. Then we'll put up the battle plans in case anybody needs those. Yeah, it's been a while since I bought Pokeballs. Because I bought a ton. So now I have to, remember that I need more Pokeballs. Woohoo, I caught it. Let me buy Pokeballs while I'm thinking about it. Need Great Balls. I love the ones that just look funky. They're like the ice cream cone and the weird one. I mean, they're all kind of weird, but Okay. There's Great Balls. I just bought. There's regular Pokeballs and Ultra Balls. You can't really buy the other kinds, so... But if we get 5 people in chat, like, trying to claim the Pokeball or Pokemon, I have a gift I can try to give out. Okay, I did this step. 165. But you have to have like a certain amount of people and blah 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 in order to get it to work. So okay, let's make sure I got this turned right. This way is what it's... Ooh, sorry, I got the hiccups apparently. Okay, so this and this. I'll move that again. Well, apparently it didn't want to be moved. Welcome in, Aloha Crawl. How have you been doing? I haven't seen you in a minute. Let me get you your shout out. I've started using FrostyBot or Frosty Tools. I forget either's a way, and it writes you a little story when you shout somebody out. So I've been having fun reading essentially what it's been calling everybody or their little story about whatever it produces. It says Aloha Crawl combines the click of Lego bricks with the high-flying adventures, all the while spreading the Aloha spirit. From creating a Lego winter village to soaring over African landscapes in Flight Sim, they're a dad on a mission, plus dungeon crawls and cult-leading escapades make for some epic family bonding. Whether it's building or gaming, every stream is a heartwarming journey of creativity and love. I'm loving all the little story, for lack of a better way to put it, that it comes with up for everybody based on what your streams have been lately. Crazy says it's stalking him because he hasn't played Farm Sim in a while, but it still talks about it. So Yeah, I added it like maybe a week ago ish, maybe. I don't know anymore. But I am thoroughly enjoying it. Yes, I hate that you can only wonder trade like once every 3 hours. This past weekend, we found a new Poke store for the kids, like a game shop. So hopefully they will enjoy that and they'll get to do the Pokemoning more often. I found someone who wrote a script to get the About You section people have on their Twitch page. Yeah, but FrostyBot is even better. Yes, I thoroughly enjoy it. Half the time I just like watching to see what it'll come up with. Not even necessarily like what it says, but like what it comes.
Own custom online store.
I don't know. That doesn't really make sense,
Find
but
more customers with our easy-to-use marketing tools.
and I like the like so many different options they have because you can choose like how do I want to phrase it like how they write the little thing, the little grouping. You can choose like grizzled veteran or like a detective or like all different kinds of ways. And then like a Dr. Seuss type one. Oops. No, I did that, okay. And then I attempted to skip a step. So then that, then this step. It's not a build unless you skip some steps, right? And have to go back. At least I didn't have to take anything apart to fix it. Right now, mine's on default. I think Crazy chose Grizzled Veteran, but he only streams on Fridays, so I have yet to see like their interpretation of that. But I just like it. Okay, I'm gonna jump what's left of that. So we had the crazy snow last week. Did you have any interesting weather? And then it's rained for like on and off for the last like 3 days. So it got too warm to snow again, but still working. Still more precipitation, whether we liked it or not. Okay, so it built this kind of like the rock features we used a bunch of yesterday, but this one's built all from blocks. Yeah, like it has rained. It was really super foggy this morning when I took kids to school and raining. And then it was rain and fog yesterday and rain the day before that. But yeah, last week it got down to like 8 degrees here. And we didn't get like a ton of snow, but any snow in Arkansas is a big deal. And it got down to like 8 degrees, which is freaking crazy for this area. Like nobody knows what to do with that. but it is now back up to like 54 today. And like I say, it feels like monsoon season, like it's just crazy rain. I saw someone did a post and they're like, check on your friends in Arkansas. They are not okay. They don't know if it's going to snow or rain or if they should prepare for tornadoes. The answer is apparently all three. Like, I mean, in reality, like the amount of snow we got wasn't a lot, and depending on where you live, 8 degrees is still warm. But the like houses here just aren't built and insulated for that kind of temperature, so that's kind of the real issue. Yeah, like we don't know what to prepare for. The real answer, it's a trick question. Prepare for it all. Like, we're always prepared for a tornado. And like I said, the snow we got was really minuscule, but you know, in like the grand scheme of things. But this area just, the houses aren't built to withstand that type of cold, and like people's pipes were freezing, and they put up warming centers where you could go, like places that you could go to get warm if something happened and you lost power or whatever. We had all the like cabinets in underneath, you know, the doors underneath the sink open, and the slow trickle of warm water. And luckily our pipes didn't freeze, but there were, yeah, in New England you're totally built for the cold. You have nor'easters and all that stuff. I'm from Pennsylvania, so I mean we're always prepared for cold up there too, but like here they're just not prepared for that kind of thing. They get ice a fair amount, because it doesn't really get cold enough to snow, so they get a fair amount of ice. But even that, people are like, I know how to drive in it, and I'm like, yeah, you think you know how to drive, but do you really know how to drive? So I'm like, I'm not going anywhere, because even if I truly do know how to drive in this crazy weather from living in Pennsylvania and North Dakota and all that, the people here don't know how to. And I'm not getting in an accident from somebody who thinks they know how to drive. So I basically like didn't go anywhere for a week, which, I mean, that's generally. But this time it was because it was just bad weather outside. I try not to go anywhere really ever. Yeah, no one knows how to drive on ice, but the snow, you just know how to react to if you hit a spot. But from Oregon at a bar, and it was right before my first stories, the guy from Oregon was like, we just call it snow in Oregon. Right, like you, yeah. Before this, we lived in North Dakota, and I mean, it's like 20 below for like 4 or 5 months out of the year, and you get like 60, 70 inches of snow and like 10 blizzards a winter. Everybody's just like, everything's still open, nothing's closed. Like, the kids would get off school because we had the blizzard, because it wasn't safe to drive the buses, but like businesses don't really close. And then the kids are right back to school the next day because they're totally prepared for it. So it really does like matter where on the area, you know, how they react to those things. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna have to scroll up. Scrolling. Okay. Carrot. Carrot rated in with a potty a 7. With exposing Alex and Rabbit and Steel. An execute appeared if anybody's interested. Ha! Look, Steel, it even said you're the one who gave him the all-white puzzle. Hi, Demon Fair. I know I had to scroll up. So here's Rabbit's thing. And then Steel's. I didn't see. Did it do one for exposing Alex and Demon Fair? I didn't see it. Oh, there's exposing Alex. Okay. I was like, oh my god. So many things all at the same time. Okay, no, I didn't see one for Demon Fair, so we will do one for them. There we go. I was like, I probably scrolled over it, you know, moving too fast, thinking I could read it, but not. Oh, the execute got away in the raid. Okay. Move my cable of lights out of the way. How was the rest of your stream, Carrot? Because we talked about it in Carrot's stream that you gave him the puzzle, but it's crazy how it was like, oop, it's Steel's fault. Like I say, it's crazy the stuff that it picks up on. Frostybot called you out. That might have been that. That might be how it got it then, if you had it in your like title thing. I put that on there because I thought, yeah, that makes more sense. I don't know. Steel redeemed his puzzle, redeem on his page, and then sent him a puzzle, but the puzzle is like all white, and the pieces aren't like typical puzzle pieces. They're just kind of squiggly shape, but they don't have that like really interlocking, so it's like a very delicate. So he ordered some kind of puzzle board so that he can move it in between, but it's crazy. Right? Like, I would be mad. But I believe Carrot said he was gonna do the puzzle and then mail it back to her so she could have it. Yeah. I don't care what puzzle you do. You can do whatever puzzle you want, Carrot. I just like redeeming it and watching you get frustrated. It's marketed as a 499 piece. Yeah, I mean, the other option is I do have your address. I can send you a puzzle from Amazon, and we both know that that's probably not something you want. It's me left alone to contemplate. Yeah. like I need the shirt that says, "In my defense, I was left unsupervised," because nothing good happens. And the fact that I am often the adult in the room is never good. Okay, Demon Fair, have a good day. Yeah, it's never good when I am the person left in charge. Yeah, you shouldn't leave me alone in any store, but especially Target or a bookstore. Any bookstore. Of course I have, Rabbit. Like, and of course I have like a ton of those like little quick Mountain Man type reads. They're like 90 pages. I've read like 11 in the last 2 days. Yeah. According to Goodreads, I've read 33 books this year. And January isn't even over. Yes, ads. Wow. That's because they're so cramped for space? Or was it like because of weather? I'm always surprised at how many cemeteries New Orleans has with the amount of flooding they incur. Like, it's asking for trouble almost. I think that makes sense then. There's not space for it. Twitch being twitchy. I have no idea if it was doing that like during carrot stuff because I was working on my blog stuff, so I wasn't actually like watching. So I don't know if it's like something that's just happening on mine or if it's happening other places. 2 towns south and great real estate business. There's people over 1 million graves. Wow. Wow. I mean, that is like literally crazy. Could you imagine? That'd be a great place to commit a crime, to hide a body. Like, go ahead, start digging. Unlimited possibilities. because you refresh the page. Thing is that happened before the 1904 earthquake, if I remember. They were like, we're out of room, let's move all the dead bodies, and then a massive earthquake happened. That is crazy. I mean, could you imagine what it would have been like had they not moved those bodies? Like the amount that would have just been unearthed because of the earthquake. Okay, I feel like something isn't correct. Okay, I'm gonna have to look over this because I feel like I mixed something up because it shows 2, 4. Yep. Okay, so this is supposed to be over 1. I think I mixed something up here, but I don't know how also, so no. Oh, I did. And I thought, because I was like, oh, why do I have this extra piece in my hand? Because it was supposed to go there. There we go. Now I fixed it. 6 minutes of ad jail. He's from San Francisco, so probably something he learned when he was younger. Okay. I keep having to move these lights out of the way. There's like no good place. They are literally always in the way. Every time I move them out of the way for 1 step, then like 2 steps later I have to move them back. Look at my axe. It's gonna go right here. We got about 2.5 minutes on Stream Raiders. Seriously, Lego? You want me to put 4 of these on top of each other? I know that somewhere you have a piece shaped like this already. And the same way with these. You want me to stack 4 of them on top of each other. So I was I mentioned it last stream and then in Carrot stream. I was thinking of stealing his brick tax and adding it as a redeem to mine as well. I have 2 gift with purchases currently that I thought I could use as that brick tax. I'm not doing that crazy tiny stuff. That's ridiculous. I'm not doing that. Zunderloose just placed an epic pixel pink archer. Thank you. I'm not gonna start the next step because I know it's... Well, I guess I can look for pieces. It's got about 30 seconds left. I'm not doing those tiny nano bricks. Like, that's crazy. I'll drop them all over the place. They are really cute, but those pieces are so tiny. But yeah, I have Houses of the World 3 and that wizard house thing. that were gift with purchases. So I was thinking I could do the brick tax with those two currently. I had got another gift with purchase with the lighthouse, but I gave it to Crazy because he's got a bunch of food trucks already, and it was like a retro food truck. So I just gave it to him to go with his things that he already had. Okay, we have 24 allies and 21 enemies. Have fun at training. One epic down. We won! And I think we only lost like 3 people. I'll do a random. Biwanahim? I don't know. I'm horrible at pronouncing. Let's see. I can upgrade you. Okay. Collect this quest. And apparently upgrade my berserker now. And go to the store. We'll try that one. Oh, no monies. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so let's go to this one. Cleafable escaped. And I believe it wants me to do a flag bearer. It did. And battle plans. This one looks like it's got quite a few bad guys. Okay, so anybody who wants to join that, feel free to do so. If you don't wish to, that's fine too. Okay, we're building up the doorway there. Okay, never mind. That's not the right piece. Oh, we've moved on to somewhere else. Now I gotta find it again. Oh, that's why I can't find it. I'm looking at the wrong page. There we go. That'll solve that problem. So, Fantasy has a semi-formal dance to attend next week. That means we have to go dress shopping, but she hasn't mentioned, like, she mentioned it like before Christmas and then not again. So I was like, okay, maybe she decided she didn't want to go. But then she mentioned it like yesterday and we're like, so you have like this weekend to get something? And she's like, yeah. Like, okay. So calm. 5 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dots. G. Rabbit, did you stock up? Were a couple of the books I clicked on, more than a couple really. When I went to Amazon, then it was like, you already bought this book 2 years ago. And I was like, I did. That happens often, though, I feel like, on those type free book lists. Because that's not to say that I haven't read it. It's just there are so many books that sometimes you forget, or the titles are similar. And then I don't realize it until I go to Amazon. I'm like, I do own that book. Like, there's a bunch of different, I don't want to call them companies, because it's not always a company per se. It's like, sometimes it's just a group of authors who do it. But where you can get lists like that where they compile all the free books. Do you have like the Amazon family account or whatever? I can't have anybody on my account because I get sent art copies. So I can't have anybody like on my Amazon account. I have to, where nobody can accidentally see them, because it's like part of the agreement you sign when you get them is that you won't share them with anybody. What was it? Try more 3 years ago and never to go off. And then, of course, I gotta make sure I don't accidentally send them to Chibi's either. Yeah. Yeah, you can. If they find out that you have shared your art copy because it's an advanced reader copy before the book comes out, you can actually be sued. That's why if the book I'm reading is an ARC, I have to be careful what I even say on the stream when book talk comes up. Because you can get in trouble for giving away the book before it's released, essentially. And usually the way they send them to you will, like, in each book, will say, like, your email address or your name or something. So even if you were to share them, they could track you down. There was, okay, Twilight came out a long time ago. What, like 20 years now? No, not that long. But a while, I guess. Maybe 15 years, something like that. She wrote the original 4, and then she wrote Midnight Sun, or she had started to, right? And the reason it took so long for Midnight Sun to finally come out, what was it, last summer, was that she had sent it to a couple people to like get their take on it, Stephanie Meyer, and she had tweaked little things in each copy she sent out. So if it leaked, she would know. And somebody close to her leaked it. And she knew exactly who it was based on the copy that was leaked. And that's why for the longest time you could read up to where she goes to the restaurant and he picks her up in the car in the back. Like, he picks her up. She's walking somewhere, and he picks her up, and then he takes her to the diner where that girl hits on him, and he totally ignores her. You could read up to that part of Midnight Sun, which is Edward's perspective on Twilight, for free on her website. But that's why it took so long, because she got so frustrated and so angry that somebody close to her released it to the internet that she just wanted to kill all the characters. But she couldn't, because technically the book was already done and released for a while. She was just rewriting it from Edward's perspective. But that's why it took so long for the completed book to come out. You can get sued, like, big time. And I have been in groups. I have been in groups where art copies are given out, and the author will come in and say, the last book somebody shared on the internet before, like, I don't want to say, it's not always before it comes out, but they'll share their copy on a pirating site. No, she had always intended to rewrite it from Edward's perspective. Like I said, my son is 13 and he was named for Twilight. His name comes from the series. But when he was a little, like, baby, I was reading that beginning part of Midnight Sun on her website, and she put on there why it took her so, like, why she wasn't finishing it. The idea was always to go back and rewrite the books from, like, different people's perspective, especially, like, the last one from what's her name now? Of course, my mind's gonna blank. But she was obsessed with the baby, Rosalie. Like, she might go back and write the last book from Rosalie's perspective, how she was so obsessed with the baby because she couldn't have babies and always wanted to be a mother. Like, that was kind of the plan, roughly from the beginning, but yeah. That's why. But like I said, I've been in groups where the author will come in and say, hey, I know somebody, and I know exactly who, got an art copy of the last book, and now that book is on a pirating site. And I know that they shared it because your name, your email address, something is always in the copy to identify if it gets leaked, who leaked it. The last piece from that extra bag. Yeah. So, I mean, they have ways of knowing. And that's why a lot of times now they will send them straight to your Kindle. Like, there's like 2 different websites that you can download your copy of the ARC. And in them, it'll say, like, your name and your email address repeatedly throughout the book. So if it gets shared on a pirating site, they know who did it. And one or the other, and then sometimes the authors will send it direct to your Kindle, so you can't even, like, you know, you have to go through Amazon to download it and stuff like that. But there are ways. They always know. Like, people think they're sneaky, but you will get found out. And you can go to jail, like, be fined, serve jail time. What was it? During the pandemic, this website, it was called iBike or eBike. And it was like a page on, like a group on Facebook, and then I want to say a website too. But people would share copies. And it's one thing to loan your friend a copy of your paperback. But everybody knows digital things, you don't really own them. You're borrowing them. You've bought a license to borrow them. And they were finding out, like, when that site, I guess, like, picked up and people started talking about it, authors were finding out that people they trusted with art copies had shared them on this thing. Like, you could go on and be like, hey, does anybody have a copy of Twilight, of this, of that, whatever? fairly Colleen Hoover books, and people were like, "Yeah, here's a copy," and they would send it to them. But that's pirating. Like, you know, it's not the same as physically being able to hold the book in your hand and sharing it with somebody. So it was a big deal. And then the people that were on that site or group, whatever you want to call it, started coming into other groups and complaining about how dare they can't afford books. That's the only way they can get books. And everybody's like, dude, heard of a library? There are tons of ways to get books within your budget. You don't have to steal them. Sorry, pirating is like my I will die on this hill. I have many hills I would die on, but that's a big one. I think we're building a room. Yes and no. Publishing is a dying industry, like books. As many books are written in a year, it is not like a productive, you know, a lot of places have gone under. I don't know. I have this whole like, in the end, somebody who isn't necessarily big is going to get hurt in that process. Like, I know there's some app you can download on your Fire Stick that's supposed to allow you to watch all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. Because Netflix is just paying for a licensing for most of that stuff to be able to share it, show it on their thing. And then for the shows that they do create themselves, you know, then the actors who were in those movies in the end, and not all of them are big name, I make a ton of money actors, get caught up in it and then they lose out. I mean, in the end, somebody's always getting hurt. Like, and I get what you're saying. Big companies, they already make so much money, they can deal with it. But it's more than just them. So I have like I don't do anything pirating. And I'm not like turning people in. Like, it's your business, do what you want. But I don't watch any of that. I don't participate in any of that. Oh, what the hiccups today? Okay, I'm not sure what this is supposed to look like. At first I thought maybe like a fireplace, because they're kind of orange see-through-y blocks, but it wants it sideways. But I suppose it could still be that, like a fireplace, maybe? Like a radiator or something? I don't know. This and this. and 3 flat ones that look like wood. No, you're not in there. Oh, turn sideways. That's why I didn't see it. Okay. Like this. This is like a wood stack. So you got like your little pile of wood here, and then the top of that is like wood too, but I'm not sure if that's like a table, maybe. Okay, make sure I didn't lose my stickers. Okay, one of you, a drawer. You're a teapot, not a teacup. Ooh, there's a teacup. Teacup. Nope, neither of you in there. There's you. And you. Like I said, I'm not like turning anybody in or anything. If you want to do it or whatever, that's totally your business. That's just my take on it. It is. I mean, we are a. The guy at the top is always going to get the most, and by trying to screw the guy at the top, really the little guy at the end is in. What it all boils down is probably going to be the one who gets the short stick. Okay, so this is like a little nightstand. It's got like I want to say like a map almost. I don't know if I can get it to focus on it. There we go. Almost like a map or something there on top. Or a drawing of some kind. But anyway, it's like a little nightstandy type thing, I want to say. $8. I mean, like, what is it? San Francisco, they've made it so you can't prosecute or like chase after shoplifters. So in order to combat that, they have literally locked every single item up in the store, like in Walmart and stuff. So now everybody has to pay, you know, because now you need to wait until somebody comes and unlocks the cabinet so you can get body wash. These streams are cost just as much as cable now. Yeah, and they have ads. They do. I don't disagree at all. Netflix seems to always be raising their price, but constantly canceling shows that people like. So, you know, I mean, I get it. Their whole thing with the strike that was going on was that streaming is a fluctuating platform. You know, one month you've got 1 million subscribers, and the next you have half of that. So they use that excuse and the password sharing thing to as a disclaimer as to why they weren't that's what I say. They and the password sharing as a way to explain or excuse the fact that they weren't paying the actors anything on the back end. Because it used to be when everybody had cable and a episode re-aired, they got so much money. But with streaming now, that's not the case. They're like, sorry, we just don't know if people are going to keep watching it, so we can't afford to pay you the same royalties you used to get. So, I mean, there'll always be a reason that they find, to explain, excuse, however you want to put it, what they're doing. But truthfully, in the end, it's the people who, the sound guys and all that, like, they get paid once, but some of the lower level actors, and don't get me started, I mean, still they get paid a fortune, because there was one guy complaining that he was in a show, right? And he only appeared in like 2 or 3 episodes, but he made $100,000 for airing in those couple episodes. And they put his face on a billboard, but they didn't give him any extra money. Well, in your contract, you should have stated that they had to pay you to use your face in relation to the show on billboards, but you didn't put that in your contract, so you can't really complain about it. Welcome in, Danny Fandoms. How are you doing? How is your day going? Hopefully well. Like, I mean, $100,000. Do you know how many months we would have to make to earn $100,000? Literal years. So on one hand, I'm like, I feel for you, dude. They didn't pay you extra for putting your face on the billboard. But at the same time, you starred in 3 episodes and made $100,000. I find it hard to be totally, to totally feel bad for you. Right. So I'm like, I feel for you, and I feel you should make royalties, and you should get paid when they use your face on a billboard. You're right, you should. But again, I can't get on your woohoo train when we would have to work over 3 years to make the same amount of money. Like, literal years. So, and he's like, because I'm just a little side actor. I'm not even the main actor. I'm like, I know. And I get it. Acting is your passion. But he was complaining about making $100,000 off 2 to 3 episodes and then having to work in a restaurant to support his family. That's why it's called a passion and not a job. Yeah. Yeah, like, well, I was comparing, like, he made $100,000 on like 2 or 3 episodes, after taxes and all that. And I was like, Crazy makes like $35,000 a year, $40,000. You know what I mean? Like, my point is that I find it hard. Like, I can sympathize with you, but I find it hard to feel bad for you, because you could just get a regular, consistently paying job. You chose to follow a passion, so I believe that's what he was saying. He made $100,000 on those couple episodes after taxes. But then he had to pay his guild fee and stuff, and his what is it? My brain is farting left and right today. But, like, to his manager, that's the word. So much to his manager, and so much to this, and so much to that. And I'm like, it's a passion job. I feel for you, and I totally agree that if they're going to use your face on a billboard for the show, you should get a little something extra. But also, you could just get a regular, consistently paying job. So it's a double-sided. I feel for you, I really do, but at the same time, I don't feel that bad for you. You should be paid equally and fairly, but that is a lot of money for a couple episodes. This is a bedroom, I believe. Right? Like, I feel bad for you. Like I said, you should get paid fairly and consistently for every part. But you have a say in those negotiations when they're, when they give you the contract, you read over it and you can add, amend, negotiate. So I don't feel that bad for you. And that is a shit ton of money to the average person. That's like half of what my house cost. Got like a little stove. Okay, I was like, ooh, did I miss a brick? Because that's going to be hanging off the other edge. But nope. So yeah, I guess that's supposed to be like almost like a wood burning stove, I guess. I try not to use Ziploc bags. All my like baggies that you would use for like storage, like sandwich baggies and stuff, are all those kind of reusable baggies. So I pay a little bit more up front, but each baggie can be used like 300 times. I haven't bought plastic bags like Ziploc baggies in forever. But that's my little weird, plastic save the environment. Yeah, they're like a thicker plastic. They're dishwasher safe. I just throw them in the bottom or top, depending on the size. And I don't have glass Tupperware because of the kids taking them to school. But also a lot of the like Tupperware, like came with their lunch boxes, because I buy their lunch boxes from like Sam's Club every couple years, and it'll come with like a water bottle, an ice pack, a sandwich box, a snack box. So a lot of it is like stuff they've bought. And I have original Tupperware from like the 1980s that I thefted from my mother-in-law. Well, I didn't really theft it from her because she was getting rid of it, but I definitely escorted it to my house instead of the donation place. It still closes and everything. I'm eating another slice of chocolate orange. Oh, you can't see me. Okay. In the Tupperware, I just have like the bowls with lids. That's it. I don't have like any cups or anything like that. We won. Check out more Maria. 34 kills, girl, and 12 assists. You crazy. You getting the prize. And then the other prize will go to Laura Skywalker. Oh, sorry. No, I haven't. Is it good? Is it delicioso? My brain just saw, have you made hot chocolate? And I was like, in the Tupperware? I mean, it's not the craziest thing, right? It's so good. I'll have to try it. Because I think I've only eaten like 3 slices out of this orange. And you probably only need like a slice or 2, really. Okay, I confused myself. Or got myself turned around. Okay, what is it? 2 more flag bearers and 5 necromancers. I don't remember if I have a necromancer or not. Oh my god, you are missing out. They are delicious. They make now. They used to only make one kind. They used to only make like Whoop. They used to only make this kind. Now they make a dark chocolate kind. They make kind with almost like nerds in them. And I think my son this year got another one with like little crackle chocolate pieces in it. I haven't seen the white chocolate one. Oh, they look both the same. We'll go this way. But they are very delicious. Okay, let's see if I have a necromancer. I don't remember. I do. We'll put them out. We'll switch. Necromancer, Flagbearer. Necromancer, Flagbearer. Although, in actuality, who knows if I'll, like, get enough. Yeah, I haven't seen... Maybe that's the one that I got my son then. Maybe that was the Oreo one. I don't know. It was like little chocolate pieces coated in white, and then they were like in the orange slices. Yeah, I just haven't seen them here in the States. I don't doubt that they have been doing it for a while. I just haven't seen them. I've seen the dark, the milk, the one with like Pop Rocky type stuff in it, and then like I said, he has had like chalk, almost like M&Ms, but they were all coated white and like broken up in it. But maybe that was the Oreo, and I didn't realize it because I didn't really read the box. I just went, "Oh, he'll like that." But yes, the kids love them. This year I found a candy bar. It was like a regular candy bar, but it was Terry's orange chocolate. And that was kind of cool. Okay. As I combine all those little ones, because they've gotten low. Okay. So, we were gonna go with Addis, because she didn't make it to even regionals because they had to combine the teams for her archery. And we were gonna go to, they won states with like over 3,000 points. So her school won state qualifiers. And so we're like, oh, we'll go to the actual homemade Reese cups. I've seen people do that. I have not done it myself, but I have seen people, like videos of people doing it. You know, to support her teammates. But it is a losing battle. Things are really stacking up that weekend. So it would have been like the Friday and Saturday of the first weekend in March. Well, on the 2nd of March, which is that Saturday, I have a book signing like all day. And then they changed Crazy's work trip a little bit. So now they're leaving on Saturday instead of Sunday. So I was like, well, I guess we're not going to your to support your teammates because we've already got like 10 other things scheduled, it feels like, that weekend. But her coach yesterday, she told me after I picked her up, he was like, "You're gonna join next year, like you're gonna stay on the team, right?" And she's like, "Yes." And he's like, "Good, so we don't want to lose you." So it's good that they're really excited. Apparently she has natural talent for archery and her stance is very good. All kinds of stuff, but she's excited. I saw a video of a lady made a giant homemade Oreo. Because I guess there's like some cake pan that you can buy that is like an Oreo cake pan. And she made 2 Oreo type crust things, cookies, and then like found out a similar recipe for the cream inside. And I've seen videos where they make like giant Reese cups. 1, 2, 1, 2. I have never tried to make any of that, but I have seen videos where they do it. Okay, there's another size one. We have like a little window now. One of these curved windows. Come on, straighten up. Okay, that's that step. They're liking these kind of angled pieces in this set. They're using them a lot in different sizes and such. I think we bought a kit from like Target. Yes. It's kind of already hooked up, but you can't really see it right now. Like, you can kind of see the light. So these will go up into the lighthouse, and there is a part that turns. So, but now I have this like feeling that I put something wrong. No? 'Cause it's over there. Oh, please, I just, that I left the oven on feeling. No, it is over here. Oh, it's over here in this area. Maybe. Oh, please. Oh, yeah, because here's the battery box. Okay, yeah, you should be able to see it. Right here, you can see that thing moves. So that will eventually lead up to the top, to the Frenzel lens. But yeah, it came with a motor and a light, and like a light up piece. And somebody else said that in another room there'll be like a light up brick in another part. I am not positive about that, but somebody said. But you know how the somebody said works. Yes, I had earned enough Lego points to get $100 off. Sorry, I was like, that's so wonky over there. So I used that to take $100 off the set, which made it 200 instead of 300, which is still a lot, I know. But I was going to buy a big set anyway, and I figured instead of buying a big set that had like just come out, I would buy a big set that had been out for a while. And I had had my eye on this set for a while, like basically since it came out. So as I always like to give warnings, if you have regular sized hands, this little piece may be extra difficult for you to fit in. You gotta fit that little tiny peg back there in the corner. And I have tiny little baby hands, and it was interesting. So, nerd joke. Okay, Devin, let me collect these pieces, and then I will pull up my nerd jokes. Oh, nope, wrong thing. They're right over here. Oh, itchy nose. Let's see. I don't remember if I said this one or not, but it says two chemists go into a restaurant. The first one says, I think I'll have H2O. And the second one says, I think I'll have H2O too. And then he died. I couldn't remember if I had said it already, but I like it. It's funny because sometimes people don't get it. And then it's even funnier because they didn't get it. Yeah, so we were talking about pets last time, and I keep saying that if we get another cat or dog, they have to be named Schrodinger or Pavlov. And then I had to explain it to some people I knew about why I wanted to name them that. How do you know atoms are very important to the Catholic Church? You can't have Mass without them. That's a good one. I like that one. Okay, we got windows with the little like lattice type instead of a like, you know, the clear plastic. We just got like the lattice frame. A broom, but we're not doing a Harry Potter set. What do we need a broom for? little. Okay, we're on ads. I wish they would go back to warning me about ads so I could then warn you guys, but they don't. Hasn't been doing that lately. Oh, I love the Frosty Bot thing more with each use. Okay, we made a little shelf, have cheese and wine or whatever on it. More of this. Where's my brick separator? I have a retro Burger King near my house. They keep the inside vintage and the outside milk. It's a tool called Frosty Tools or Frosty Bot, and it does the little stories for like the shout outs, and it does like I don't want to say a recap, but it does like a little thing for the. Sorry. I was like, what is supposed to. Oh, I was supposed to put that top brick inside. Yeah, because it's always past tense. So you can only ran in a campground versus run because it's past tense. That's pretty cool, Devin. But yeah, it's called Frosty Tools. And you like connect your Twitch and give it permission to, do your chat. And then you can choose like different, like grizzled war veteran or a bunch of different ways for it to communicate, write the story. There's what is it? Dr. Seuss, a silly like rhymey one. You can do like detective noir, all different kind of versions that it can. Then you write the story and when you do the ads one, you can do it like a movie trailer or things. Mine are just set to default, but you can pick all these different options. Yeah, Kevin, it's always because you ran past the tents, so you can only ever you run past the tents, so it's past tense. You can only ever ran in a campground. Okay, it says this sticker was inspired by a private photo from Sandro from a family trip to Giuseppe. In the Lego version, we added Sandro's mother to complete the photo. Original photo from left to right was Sandro, Sandro's father, and Sandro's brother. They mean this little Lego sticker. And it's not centered. And I was just gonna leave it, but my brain is like, nope, we've looked at it. Now we must fix it. But yeah, the tool is called like Frosty Tools or Frosty Bot, something like that. I can put the link in the comments if you want it. I thought about adding a channel to my Discord for like links to bots and like links to like whatever my webcams and stuff that I use that way. If somebody would, you know what I mean? If you're interested, that way people can just look it up. My teacher told me not to worry about spelling because there'd always be an autocorrect, and for that I am eternally grateful. Right? I have never said ducking as much as my phone thinks I do. Like nobody says ducking that much. There's this guy, I see his like videos and reels sometimes on Facebook, and he shares like interesting like articles he finds, like he breaks them down to like quick, little tidbits. But the zoo, a zoo in England, um is trying to get its parrots to stop cussing. Um, Apparently they had 5 parrots, and they eventually had to like put up signs and stuff because the parrots cussed so much. And then they eventually removed them from like the public part of the exhibit. And now they have 3 more parrots, and they cuss too. So now they've decided they're going to do like a study on parrots. They're going to put 100 birds and see if the other 97 that don't curse will get the 3 that do curse to stop cussing. They also did go on to say, though, that it seemed like visitors would cuss at the birds to get the birds to cuss. So really, it's visitors who are the problem, and you think putting out 100 birds will help the 3 no longer use foul language. But as long as you're going to allow the general public to know those birds curse, the general public is going to curse at them to get them to curse. Like, this fork does not want to go on here straight. I would say forking more than I would say ducking. I just want to put that out there. Because spooning leads to forking. Where do you want these pieces? Oh, shutters. Oh, that's kind of cool. I will turn this around and show you. But it made like little shutters on this side. Let's do it this way. Our broom. Okay, there were quite a few extra pieces left in this bag. So, this, and then this, and there. So you can kind of see, I don't know, maybe you got the broom in there. Oh, I bet the little press light up brick is gonna go right here, and then it'll light up that inside. That makes sense now, I bet. But this is obviously like the light keeper's bedroom. Let me sort these pieces real quick. Or the object just to be real quick, but oh yeah, I knew I had a tray with fire in it. It's literally a tray with all the like little flame pieces in it. you over there. Okay, on to bag 7. Let's see. I keep wanting to reach in the box because that's what I was having to do with the train, because the train was so big that I couldn't like put all the pieces in the thing. Make sure I'm not missing it. 7 looks like a tiny bag, so we can do 7 before we end. We have about 4 minutes left on Stream Raiders. Okay. This. Is there, as we're nearing the end of Hogwarts Legacy, I had planned to play it as each house, but I don't know if anybody really wants to watch me play it again and again. So is there like a different game that you would like to see me play, or can recommend? I'm not very good at video games, so keep that in mind. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I was like, wow, where are we gonna put these? We already did the top, but they're gonna be on the front. I mean, I have Palia. I'm not real great at it, and it's not my favorite game. I had planned to at least play one more time as Hufflepuff, because you can only get into the Hufflepuff, like certain areas of the game, if you're a Hufflepuff. So I was gonna at least play again as a Hufflepuff. And I know that as I'm playing that game, there might be people who aren't like more lurking and not actively watching, so they might not care that it's, you know, something I've essentially done again. That being said, I do have a bit of the game left. I mean, I have to find, you know, finish all the treasure vaults and things like that. Okay, be straight, Lego. So I'm not like done yet, but I'm getting close. And I just wondered if anybody had. I mean, I don't like dark and creepy games either. The only other game that I've really played like a lot, I keep grabbing the wrong pieces and trying to bring them all the way out, is World of Warcraft. I mean, I used to play that all the time. But other than that, I haven't really like played a lot of games. I play a lot of like the Farmville type games, you know. And I have on Stream Elements a couple different ones where they're like, play our game and you could earn money by getting others to play it. And I'm not sure how I feel about some of them. You can only play on your phone, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. But there is like a match 3 game on there that I thought maybe I would check out, and some kind of elven game. Oh, I know what it is. Sorry. I kept, every time I tipped the box, I would hear this little clink, but I forgot that when we put the drawer in there, we put a little envelope typey brick in the drawer. Okay, we have 9 allies. I try to get it over like the most possible. Here's to hoping. 9 allies and 20 enemies. I don't know, guys. I did put out a necromancer though, so maybe, you know. Oh, no, that's not gonna matter. Oh, I got... yeah, that didn't matter. Oh, no. Oh, 12. Yeah, oh well. That's okay. Upgrade my saint. And it looks like the Templar can be up in the tank. But that was the last one of them for today. Because I feel bad about like starting one when I know I will end the stream before it's done. And I know some people do that and they're like, then I'll just collect it once I come on again. But I feel bad about doing that, so I don't. Okay. Try to get a little organized and whatnot before we get too far. Okay. These bricks are gonna drive me nuts because there's nothing really for them to connect to on the second dot, and so they just keep moving, and it's gonna drive me crazy. I know it. Yeah, so when you like put them down like this to help you get the other side on, then they move, and it's gonna drive me bananas. And then oh, I see why it was super weird. I was like, why did they only put 1 2-piece on this side? And it's still weird because they still could have done like every other brick on the back side, but on the side you have that little bit for the for like the stove, whatever, fireplace, and so you can't have a twofer on that side, but you still put on the back every other brick. And maybe as I sort my Legos, maybe I'll change that if I find more 2-4 type, like 2-4 type bricks. Maybe I'll change one of these. Oh, and I see why now, because you have that. Okay, never mind, I won't, because that won't work. I answered my own question. I was like, oh, I'll change like every other so they're like that, but then you have this, so that won't work. That's why they did it. Imagine that. Lego knew what they were doing. Yeah, the day does feel slow, but such is life. Okay, I don't know if we're making like a... Oh, we're making a door. It's kind of a different door. I like it. Let me try to rotate this a little bit better. There we go. So that's the door. And it is going... Sorry, make sure I do this correctly. I don't like that. The door should be down there. Okay, they made this door... Okay. If you can see, you can kind of see here. But if you pull the door out, you know, then you can see on the bottom. That's not how it's supposed to be. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It wants it all the way up so you can't see any space. But then you can see space down there. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay, this way. Have you watched any of the ones on what is it, Disney Plus? They have some good ones on there. My daughter likes the vet shows they have on Disney Plus. Okay, then flip it back. Then put it where? Where do you want me to put it? Rotate, 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 rotate. Here. Okay, let me make sure I got this up and out of the way again. I want that. Like that. So, it went on there like that. Now it wants this piece, the fish, and this piece. Who put like a little fish type trophy up there on the top? Eat sugar. Okay, Devin. Give me 1 second. Second step. This. A wrench. 2 of you. So. The pole. This. This. Then the wrench. that makes sense. Turn. Oh, nope. I was right the first time. Okay, I will eat the sugar in just 1 second, Devin. That is the end of book 1. Oop, I almost flipped the book. Okay, let me put that down there, and I will spin this around. Yeah, let me do that again. Okay. So, we added this kind of like railing here, and I don't know if you can see it, this kind of fish. And I have to keep like moving this string because it will eventually go up. But I keep worrying I'm gonna get it like caught in between 2 bricks and mess the wire up. So I keep moving it, and then it's still in the way somewhere on Sunstep. So, eat my sugar for Devin's last redeem. And I have an arm coming so that you'll be able to see like from the top down. And it's supposed to come Saturday. So on Tuesday, when we do the Lego again, you'll see that. Like it'll be repositioned, so you won't be looking down like this. It'll be straight down from the top, or maybe like angled from the side. I'll find something to because I feel like sometimes it's hard for you guys to see with the camera the way it is. I don't know. Maybe it's me and it's not really bad, or maybe I just think it'll be better the other way and it'll be worse. Who knows? But that is that. Let me bring up Twitch and attempt to find somebody to raid into. It probably would. I don't doubt that there are mucks for it. Let's see. Demon Fair is on, playing Enshrouded. I think that's the rat game that Carrot was playing before. Abduction Entertainment is doing, I can't see, let me click on it. It says Lego giveaway, Nat's birthday fun. Let's build a handful of medium-sized sets today. So let's raid into Abduction Entertainment. After I build this lighthouse, the next build I'm gonna do is the Fun Hole set, which is that other brand of Lego that comes with the light kits with them all the time. I bought just a smallish type set to try them out. But if I like the way that one builds, they have the Lighthouse of Alexandria as a set. They have a medieval, like, pier dock thing. They have a steampunk boat, a space boat, all kind of stuff. So, I'm going to go to my stream ending. Sunday, like normal, will be Hogwarts Legacy, more working on finding every little treasure chest and thing in there. And then Tuesday we'll be back to this with the new camera angle, hopefully. Let's start the raid into Abduction Entertainment. Target channels do not allow you to raid at this time. Did I click the wrong one? Apparently you can't raid into him. Let me... Let me message him real quick. Wrong button. Let me message him real quick, because it's not letting me raid into the channel for some reason. Okay. I can't message him either. Okay, never mind. We won't go into them because we can't. Yeah, I was like, I can't. I was gonna message him and ask, you know, like if it was a mix-up or something, but I couldn't even message him. So we'll go to Demon Fair, I guess. He was in earlier and had to go, probably to eat before. Oh, I get. This is okay. So I'm like going through the raid thing because I have it up on my phone too to make it a little easier, and it still says Carrots Live. Like, that's one of the reasons I get frustrated with the initiate raid thing on like the tablets on the app. Like the where you can like initiate raid without having to type it in, but it gets frustrating sometimes. So raid. See if I did that right. It should come up with like a little story we can copy and paste if I did it right. It did, or I did. It did, I did. One of the two. But yes, bye, Kaz. Thanks for lurking. Or popping back in, or everything you do, essentially, Kaz. But yes, we'll be back Sunday with more Hogwarts, and then back next week with at least one more stream of this, maybe two. But I'm also gonna put in that brick tax one where I do the redeem for the brick tax. Thank you all for coming and watching, and my crazy, I don't know, all over the place from one thing to another ramble. Thank you all for coming and watching and hanging out and chatting with me. Have a great weekend.
Hi, everybody. Flame allows you to resist the shroud, but if you linger, you will perish. Let's beat the body.
Hi, people.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, now I feel obligated to go actually watch your stream. Crap.
You feel obligated to go shut up.
No, that's
It's
not
such
you.
a hassle to watch my stream. I get it. That's messed up.
It is.
Wow. Am I just gonna die by being down here? I might. Press tab to lock onto your foes.
Yay.
What is this?